Going on. Just because I haven't been on YouTube or nothing, I do my personal readings over here in my local area, and I have noticed that since I posted a few videos, the reading that I've done this morning was confirmation with a particular person that I have. And I just had to come on here quickly and state that the problem, honestly, with relationships and with the cross watching of your partner's sign and seeing what's going on and hoping that you could change this and change that, I really feel, and I do know this to be true, women are the masters and the scientists of this planet. We always have been. Our power was taken from us. I'm not going to get into a history lesson, but bottom line is that it's our natural instinct to want to fix, mold, and create what we know to be true. You know, the female aspect is the highest of highs and the goddesses of existence, really, and on every level. And until a woman embraces that, yes, you are the creator, yes, you can manifest what you want. And I'm not bashing men. I'm just saying that women, we have it in us to want to fix, mold, change, create. But the thing is, though, until you create your own universe and your own kingdom, and yes, there's an aspect to that. Men should have a platform for us to create as well. It's a give and take. But the thing with the woman is that we're self-sufficient. We're the species in itself. That's why they say men from Mars, women from Venus. Women are capable of maintaining without. We don't have to, but the thing is, when a man is in his full female potential and he's fully embraced his feminine side with his masculine, he has that foundation for you to start your kingdom on and continue his kingdom on as well, because it is in itself your kingdom, because he got in touch with his female aspect in order to create something of true abundance. And until you get that feeling for yourself and knowing that you are within itself self-sufficient life force that is creation, it's like you're not going to put yourself on the pedestal. Nobody else can. Nobody else will. It is not possible for somebody to put you on your own throne. Only you can. And women really have got to snap to it that the only time that we are lost and beside ourselves and heartbroken and everything is when you're not going within and understanding that you could prevent and you could create. You could manifest anything that you really, really, your heart desires. And even though this partner you're with you may not create what you want out of him, that you know deeper and knowing that exists, that does not mean you're not manifesting. Every time that you're in a bad relationship, you're literally manifesting. That's funny, the emperor at the bottom. You're literally manifesting your inner empire. What every single failure leads to success, because where you're lacking or where you lost control or where you got so deep into your emotions over trying to create this one man into the vision that you saw, you're turning around and creating yourself and understanding your own boundaries and your own limitations, and not limitations, what I'm looking for. As you're breaking down barriers of other men trying to create what you want, inadvertently you're creating what you want. Because in the end, a woman that gets into her true essence understands that every single bad relationship that didn't make it, or the one that got away, quote unquote, or, you know, why did he do this or why did he do that? Because you are manifesting what you genuinely want, which means you're having to break down barriers and molds that you've gotten so accustomed to, and it's a painful process. When you really look at it, you're doing all your lessons that you're going through. It is literally you manifesting what you want. Every single bad boyfriend, and I'm talking even down to the emotional, physical abuse of it all. And I'm pretty sure the women, you know, that have been, I myself have been the victim and the victimizer. So I understand both concepts of being in physically abusive relationship and being in a verbally abusive relationship and being on both sides of that trail. Why? Because I was manifesting inadvertently exactly what relationship and who I wanted to be in my kingdom. And it's taken years and years to get to that understanding and gratitude that every single failure was not a failure. It was, honestly, it was my own life lesson, and it got me one step ahead, one step further than I was 3 steps behind. You know what I'm saying? So when women come to me with, what do I do? What do I do? And I give them the honest answers that they're asking through the tarot and what they're asking me. I'm not giving them this. They are giving themselves these answers. I'm just clarifying it for them. And it feels so amazing to me that I'm able to do that, because the women that I've attracted in my readings are the ones that are on the street, drug infested, lost their kids, CPS, imprisonment, and I do not speak of anything that I don't know to have walked myself. So when I hear these stories of these women feeling victimized by words or actions, or, oh, he's going to keep the kids from me, or, oh, you know, I can't do that, you know, oh, I got to get high, I just got to keep going. It really, I love it when I get these particular clients that are reaching out for solutions instead of the blaming, because you cannot blame forever and expect any type of result. You've got to take responsibility, and even blaming yourself is actually not going to do any good. What's done is done. The lesson that you got from that is what is so important, because in order to break the patterns, because we get stuck in these fucking patterns and these fluctuating patterns, in order to break that, you've got to admit to yourself, not blame yourself, not go diving deep into your own guilt and your own, you know, no, that's just the opposite end of hating and resenting somebody else. You're just putting it on yourself. So when women come to me and they're actually getting clarity, it's such a beautiful, and that's why I do what I do, honestly, because I'm not giving them solutions. They're giving themselves solutions. I'm just giving them confirmation to what they already know, and to hear the excitement of, I do know this. I did know, this is exactly what I need to hear. And they get their attention off of trying to fix this particular man and utilize the lessons that he's giving her. Because honestly, she asked for this particular lesson, and this lesson does get her stronger. Now that, I'm pretty sure with being on YouTube, that'll get twisted. Oh, you're saying she deserved to get beat? Nobody deserves anything that they don't literally put out there to get. Like, you cannot say, well, I didn't deserve this, or I was a victim of this. After a while, you have to learn from that victimization. Yes, you do get victimized. The thing is, though, why continue to get victimized? Why fall in love with that victimization when it makes you feel so low? And getting out of that low vibration is tough. But once you get little glimpses of light, because when I was locked away and I was in the penitentiary away from everything, and this lady came in, I'll never forget her. She was the light in that tunnel that came in every day, invested her own time, spoke all day, been there, done that. Much love, Miss Kathy Griffin, man. I'm telling you, she's part of a big movement of women that take responsibility as to why they're there, what led up to getting them there, how they could avoid going back. And this is a trooper, true walk man, true light worker, has invested her life's mission to helping people understand that you don't have to stay in that victim mentality. And whenever you have these readings of like, okay, what is he thinking? What, you know, the masculine, the feminine, all that. All the masculine and feminine twin flame thing is, it is you self-reflecting on what your lesson is. True twin flame union, honestly, to me, and I have had the union and I've had the awakening of mad proportions. Words can't even describe it. It is when you go in union with yourself and yourself becomes one. It is not a whirlwind physical romance like it's been painted to be. It is literally you uniting with you, and there's so much to it that it is not as cut and dry as, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. No, the focus in the end, because we are all energetic beings connected, the focus in the end is how you're coming out of this, how you're rising above it, not necessarily what he's doing or what she's doing or how they're doing it. It's how you're going about going through it, because this physical life is so temporary. It's insanely temporary. It's worse than the express checkout at a grocery store. What you're doing, honestly, is prolonging having to check out. You're prolonging the inevitable. But what you're taking with you is so important. It's so important because you want to advance at a level where you're content in that peace and that sound mind, and worried about other people's thought processes don't exactly give you that. So I just wanted to put that out there. I mean, honest, because, yeah, my life path number 6, the mother number, and I just love that, the 6 of Wands. I love this card because honestly, this card right here, it represents conquering all your battles. You see all those relationships back there? Those are all the failed attempts, the reef, the high hopes, the inner thinking, the turmoil, the abuse, the neglect, the this, the that, the cases, the not cases, the divorces, the lawsuits, and you rise above it. And that's what I'm stating right now, is that you rise above all the lessons, because that's what this is. The hard knocks life lessons. And because in the end, when you have that contentment and you are prosperous, think about it. You could be so in love with somebody and he's your Prince Charming and he's everything in the world to you. But he could be taken quickly, actually, in a blink of an eye. And I speak again out of experience. If I wasn't as grounded with who I was, I would have lost my mind, because my soul happiness was invested in our happiness together as a couple. But no, I once you get that inner peace, yes, it hurts because you physically aren't feeling, and we are earth. We're earthbound energy, so we're wanting that physical sensation. That's why we're here. That's why we came here, to feel, because you're spirit bound. You don't need all the extra shit that humans need. So once you get that connection with somebody that is so profound, so beautiful, as described as the twin flame, imagine that person being taken immediately. That is the whole purpose of the twin flame journey, is breaking your cosmic, karmic, carnal ties with yourself in order to unite with yourself. Because if you once you have that inner peace, no matter what is going on around you, as a woman, as a man, you understand this process is what it is, a process. And that's why I have started making these videos, because I've been doing my homework on land and in air and in the cosmos and in the ethers and in the spirit bound and in the walls and everywhere you could think of. And I do know that I cannot reach anybody unless they're reaching out for a higher perspective and a higher wanting and a higher knowing. Because in the end, if it was as cut and dry as my life partner or the one of this man that I gotta be, or this woman I gotta be with, if it was that simple, well, that's sad. That's kind of scary to think that your happiness depends on another person's existence. That's not okay. It's not okay at all. Because regardless, you got to exist no matter who's existing and how they're existing it. You've got to live, and you've got to love what you do and what you planned on doing. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I felt like it had to come out. Don't really know what else to say. You manifest your abundance. You manifest as above, so below. It's all you. And until you get that empowerment, you're going to constantly be hoping somebody gives that to you. But what they're giving you is those hard lessons, and that's where you prevail, and that's where you get that true union within self, masculine and feminine. And that's just my inner knowing of what I've been through, and I had to share it because, hell, if I don't, to me, it's been the most profound knowledge that I have gained through, man, if I kept it to myself, well, that would just make me just pure evil, honestly. That would make me such a low vibration. So I'm putting it out there, and whoever is meant to get it will get it. And I'm so grateful today. I'm hoping and praying that everybody else is. Whatever it is that you reach for or that you're grasping for, keep reaching for the stars, baby, because they're there, and we're in there, and we are part of it, and they're in us, and that's bottom line. Peace and love all the way.